And I just want to start out by saying what our purpose out here is. Starting in 2005, the ILWU Local 10 led the campaign to reclaim May Day. For those of you who don't know what May Day is, in 1886, May Day was the day that we started to fight for the 8-hour workday. And people died for us to have the right for an 8-hour workday, the right to have breaks, the right to have lunches, the right to be treated like human beings in the workplace. That fight continues today. And this is just another example of how people can stand together and to force these big bosses and corporate greedy people to treat us with respect. And I'm proud of the International Longshore and Warehouse Union for sparking this campaign. And I'd like to welcome each and every one of you that's joining us today to once again send that message to these employers that we will be setting the standards for labor in this country. The Labor Day in September is irrelevant. Today, we are joining workers all over the world in celebrating the real Labor Day, which is May 1st. So congratulations to all of you out here who showed up. We will be caravanning across the city today. We will be supporting the nurses, who we all know don't have enough proper PPEs to take care of our brothers and sisters that have been affected by COVID-19. We want to continue the ILWU Local 10 as we offload and load the essential cargo needed to stock our shelves, the very badly needed medical supplies. Here, we want to let these employers know, and particularly this employer right here, Stevedore Services of America, who since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic has been giving us a hard time about providing the proper PPEs for longshore workers to perform these essential jobs here. This is a message to you, and this is a message to all employers who think you can push workers around. We are united. An injury to one is an injury to all. No matter where you work, we are in the same boat. Power to the people.
Power to the people.
All right, and once again, brothers and sisters, you see terminals, you see this terminal behind me, you see terminals lined up all up and down this street, all the way around to Port of Oakland. And today, nothing is moving. None of this cargo is moving today. And I want to thank the members of the International Longshore Warehouse Union for that. And the message we want to send to these bosses is that together, all together, we will not be moved, just like this cargo. We will not be moved. Thank you very much. I also want to recognize that we have the Oakland Port truckers here today. We want to recognize them. Then at this time, I want to introduce an ILWU Local 10 member who is running for District 3 City Council, Sister Faye Taylor.
And then you could, good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? My name is Faye Taylor. I am a local 10 member, and I'm running for District 3. I'm running for District 3, and I want to support my union people. Also, for the housing. Our seniors need housing. They're building all these apartments up, and we can't even afford to live in them. And that's one of the things I wanted to bring up.
Thanks for the collaboration.
Also, about McClinas High School. They want to tear down McClinas High School, which has been in our district for years. I graduated from McClinas. They want to tear it down and put luxury apartments in. I will not let them do it. I got to march myself, all by myself. But I'm wanting you guys to come out and vote for me for District 3, November the 3rd. Please help me out.
Yeah. We also want to give a shout out to the Amazon workers and let them know that we appreciate them. We appreciate them standing up for themselves. And the message I want to give to the employers before I hand the mic over to these students is that I want you to take a good look at what's happening out here. This is not just ILWU Local 10 members out here. This is everyone. That's right. And you better get ready when you want to oppress workers. We want to send a message to UC, the UC system, that we back these students. Power to the people.
All right, thank you. I'm a graduate student at UC Santa Cruz. So I was recently fired about 2 months ago for my engagement in the strike. And what I gotta say is, an injury to one is an injury to all. That's why we're standing here with ILWU. From port to port, we gotta be here and represent, pretty much all the rights, for the people, especially at this time during this COVID crisis, where we know that a lot of bosses are taking advantage of this time and exploiting their workers. And we're here to say fuck all that. So we're here to stand with our brothers and sisters at the ports.
Hello everybody, my name is Kieran Ross-Capallan from UC Davis. I live right here in Deep East Oakland, so I'm very happy to be out here today with the comrades from ILWU. We're standing out here today not only to be in solidarity with ILWU and the beautiful people of Oakland, but to working people who are struggling all over the state, all over the nation, all over the world. I just hope we can be out here, make some noise, show that working people are going to be heard, and that we won't stand to be oppressed by the people with the money and the guns. So thank you everybody, and we're all standing together in this, so all power to the people.
All right, brothers and sisters, next up, we're going to bring Judy Greenspan. She's representing the Oakland Education Association.
Oakland Education Association is the union of public school teachers in Oakland, and we bring you our solidarity greetings. You were there with us when we went on strike last year. We're going to be here today throughout all the activities supporting the ILWU and all the struggles. When we get in the car caravan, which will probably be in about 15 minutes, the places we're going to pass by, because look at us, we are too big. We're going to be a really slow-moving snake moving up Broadway. We're going to slow down in front of the Oakland School District, OUSD, where there will be teachers and parents and students having a mini rally that will support the demands of the teachers and the community. We have thousands of students in Oakland who do not have access to Wi-Fi. All of the lessons right now are online. So there's an incredible inequity going on. Our students who already are underserved by the system are losing out. At the same time, the school board is continuing to threaten to close public schools and open up charters and manage co-locations. We want the school board to respond to the demands of the community. Teachers are trying to do what they can to make sure the communities are safe, to make sure the communities are fed. Many of us are donating our stimulus checks to the undocumented communities of our students because our students' families are not getting these stimulus checks. It is only for people who have a certain immigration status in this country. So I want to urge you to be a part of the caravan, which is being organized as a part of General Strike 2020, Cooperation Jackson. And this is a very, very exciting and historic May Day, even with the coronavirus and COVID-19. We are going to show the ruling class that it is the workers that run the country country. It is the workers that run everything because we're going to bring it to a halt. On to May Day. People over profits.
Yeah.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Good morning, comrades, and happy International Workers' Day. Let's make some noise. My name is Janavi. I'm with Powys East Bay, a grassroots organization dedicated to the fighting for rights and welfare of Filipino workers and immigrants in the United States. We stand in solidarity with those of various front lines and uplift the workers' call for safe working conditions and fair wages and bring attention to our shared struggles across systems. Filipinos make up the large population of the world's domestic workforce at 5 million and have 6,000 people leave the country each day. The Filipino labor continues to be the signature of Philippine export by the labor export policy. The Filipino government provides no protection for these workers, and even as the Philippine economy has grown increasingly dependent on remittances from overseas workers. On March 9th, the Grand Princess dock-carried Oakland and disembarked 3,500 passengers, but left the crew members inside. Workers were forced to continue to work in the contaminated ship and were left to protect themselves as they clean and sanitize the ship. What do we say to that? Filipinos make up the 20% of our international seafarers, so it was not a surprise when the Grand Princess got here last month due to COVID-19 that there are over 500 Filipino workers in that ship. There are still 100,000 of crew members waiting at sea to be repatriated during the COVID-19. The organizing efforts of different organizations that you see here today and seafarers was able to repatriate those 500 Filipino crew members. But the mishandling of the process resulted in one death of a Filipino crew member in San Francisco and positive cases of COVID-19 here in the Bay Area and back in the Philippines. The repatriated Filipino workers pleaded with an open letter to the agencies for mass testings and proper protective equipment, but did not get any response. The flags that you see on the ships are nothing but flags of convenience. It is a way for companies to evade taxes, to make profit, and to lower the standards of protection for the workers. And back in the Philippines, workers feel the brunt of the church's anti-people policies and military response to COVID-19. Prior to COVID-19, workers in the Philippines already faced harsh conditions, low wages, and mass unemployment. Now, while many remain hungry and unable to work during the enhanced community quarantine, Duterte's government has given a shoot to kill order and enforced undeclared martial law. This is unjust, and there will be unrest and resistance by the people. So we demand that our workers do not be treated like second-hand citizens during this pandemic, as we call for the prioritization of people over profit. We demand that our tax dollars do not go to the U.S. wars and aid the Philippine police and military, but instead it should go to safe and stable housing, jobs, education, and healthcare. Let us transform this outrage and turn it into collective action. Let's build a people's movement that takes care of each other and stands up and fights back when our workers are under attack. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. The action today is being broadcast all over the world. from Japan, from Korea, from Turkey, from South Africa, from Mexico. This is an international struggle because we are fighting international capitalism. Bezos and Amazon is all over the world. They're ordering workers to go to work in death traps, like the ship, the Grand Princess. Workers are kept in a Petri dish. They're dying. So we say to these bosses, like Bezos and Walmart and Amazon, the workers have the right to life. The workers have a right to life, and their lives come over your profits, your billions of dollars. In this country right now, this government, this corrupt, rotten, racist government is telling the meat workers they have to go back to work, and there's not going to be any safety protections. They should go back and occupy those plants. They should say, get the hell out to these bosses, these owners. These owners put profits over their lives. This is what's happening in this country and around the world. So we want to work. This is being streamed all over the world. We have to use these tools to get our story out. The corporate media is not covering this. The corporate media is not talking about the longshoremen, the fact that they can't get clean cabs and clean protection. It's up to us to develop that media. It's up to us to stop the death of longshoremen right here who died because they had containers here and they're not policing the containers. People are dying every day in this country because of their health and safety. We need a workers' movement that will defend people. And this historic action by the ILWU today is the most important in the United States because the ILWU Local 10 and the locals here are saying we are going to stand up for all working people, for our members and all working people. We need the OEA, all the other unions need to join in. There's a paralysis of the unions here. A lot of these union bureaucrats want to collect their dues, but they're MIA. They're not on the front lines. They're not going to the workshop and finding out if you have your PPE. That's the job of a union. A job of a union is to protect the lives of the workers. If you can't do that, you're no damn good. That's the reality. So we need a building, a trade union movement that fights for solidarity. The organization of this, there's an organized movement that is organizing this caravan. We're going to raise hell on the labor community caravan today in Oakland and tie together all our struggles because we are not separate. We are united. The housing issue, the homeless issue.
At this time, we want to bring to the mic Brother Edward Escobar from the Alliance for Independent Workers, Drivers Unite movement.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edward Escobar. I'm the founder of the Alliance for Independent Workers. Si se puede, yes we can. Si se puede, yes we can. Si se puede, yes we can. So we need the support of America behind essential workers. We need to be provided with the personal protective equipment, the face mask, the gloves, everything, the hazard pay. We need the support, but this goes beyond just today, tomorrow, during the COVID AIDS crisis here. We need the support of the misclassifying of workers that needs to be addressed. AB 5 needs to be supported, and we need to have the support for the truckers. I have with me Justin Atkinson with Truckers Unite, if you want to come over, Justin. AI, automation, self-driving technology is going to damage and kill the future of work for all of our workers. The port workers are becoming automated. The trucks are being automated. Self-driving technology, all of this is being automated, and you have digital currency. Everything is being ushered in, people. So wake up, because this is going to control the future of work, and we will not have something to report to give us a dignity and a paycheck to survive. We are looking to have a sustainable living, but we, si se puede, yes we can. Together, the workers have the answers. The politicians, the legislators need to step up and do their job for us and support us workers. They cannot be in bed with the corporations. The problem is the corporate abuse. They are not contributing their fair share to the workers' safety net. That is why the workers are struggling at this time. Truckers like Justin here are struggling because you have corporations like Uber Freight that are coming in and taking over. And they are damaging the industry for truckers. They're damaging for food delivery, Uber Eats. This is a gig economy, folks, and this is damaging everyone. So, together, si se puede, yes we can. Si se puede, yes we can. Si se puede, yes we can. Thank you very much.
I'm telling you, this incredible. This shit edible. She need prize. I'm a bad. If he don't eat it, he a D-bag.